Swadika, welcome to Thailand Today here on NBT World. Vietnam has culled nearly 10% of its pig herd to contain an African swine fever outbreak that has started hitting large-scale industrial farms. Earlier outbreaks have appeared mostly at small household farms but have now started to occur at larger industrial operations, including Puzon Farm in Kong Nai Province near Ho Chi Minh City. African swine fever, which is deadly to pigs but harmless to humans, was first detected in Vietnam in February and has spread to farms in 60 out of the country's 63 provinces, according to the statement. Authorities have this week culled hundreds of pigs at Puzon Farm home to more than 18,000 pigs, the deputy head of Vietnam's Department of Animal Health said. Head of the epidemiology at the Animal Health Department said it was only a matter of time before the disease spreads to all 63 provinces. Pork makes up 3/4 of the total meat consumption in Vietnam, a country of 95 million people where most of its 30 million farm-raised pigs are consumed domestically. The country's pork industry is valued at around 94 trillion dong, or $4.03 billion, and accounts for nearly 10% of Vietnam's agricultural sector. African swine fever was the first detected in Asia last August in China, the world's largest pork producer, where the disease is expected to reduce the herd by up to 200 million pigs this year. Strict regulations at Nong Khai's Thailand's Laos market after African swine fever in Laos. Infections of the African swine fever virus have been reported among pigs in Laos. The Department of Livestock Development has announced a ban of pork and boar imports from Laos for 90 days, effective from 21st June. They deployed officials at border crossing to prevent the spread of the outbreak into Thailand. Officials from the Department of Livestock Department, DLD, led by Livestock Inspector Ritirong Chapo at the Thailand-Laos border area temporary market at Ban Pengjan village, Nong Khai, have joined forces with administrative officers, border and police rangers, and the military to inspect baggage brought into Thailand by merchants and Lao people crossing the border, to prevent any smuggling of pork products, food containing pork, illegal plants, or illegal wildlife. The screening has led to the confiscation of many items. The office have collected samples of pork products sold in the market for laboratory inspection and raise awareness among Thai and Lao villagers to help prevent the spread of the African swine fever virus, which has been reported in Laos. The DLD Director General has issued a temporary ban on the import of pork and boar products from Laos into Thailand. Livestock Inspector Sangkom District, Si Chiang Mai District, and Phon Pisai District. The virus, which is non-communicable to humans, poses a threat to the economy and the border trade. Farmers are advised to report any unusual death among their pigs to DLD officials immediately. The Department of Livestock Department, DLD, has reassured that the African swine fever is not communicable to humans. DLD Director General Prasit Chaitaweesab revealed that the department's current operations to prevent African swine fever (ASF) outbreak, that all related agencies are now working together to prevent and detect any signs of the ASF in Thailand, with screening operations at 50 custom checkpoints nationwide, including at airports. He said a war room has been set up where government officials and pig farmers monitor areas of a potential ASF outbreak at provincial to village levels. It is an attempt to prevent damage to the entire pig farming and manufacturing industry. ASF can only spread among pigs and not communicable to humans or other animals. Thus, consumers are 100% saved from consumed pork products. However, on-site must cooperate and help prevent an illegal import of pork products, the department's chief said. He urged the general public not to share misleading information which might trigger widespread panic online, following the circulation of an article in Vietnam which has already been dismissed by the Vietnamese authority. An outbreak of African swine fever, which is currently sweeping through Asia, leading to the culling of millions of pigs in the world's biggest animal disease outbreak to date. The devastating impact in Asia and the consequences already being felt further on the globalization of modern food production. So next break we will meet a special guest from Department of Livestock Department, Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives. He will tell us how Thailand is working with other ASEAN countries in prevention of the outbreak of African swine fever. Coming back after a short break.
In 2019, Thailand is ready for ASEAN chairmanship, working together and building solidarity to increase competitiveness and innovation with the people at the center. All sectors are ready to promote unity of the ASEAN community, and BT World is excited to be a full supporter of the Thai ASEAN chairmanship. Keep up to date on ASEAN 2019 movement with NBT World.
Welcome back to Thailand Today here on NBT World. Today we have Dr. Prasit Chaitaweesab. He's a Senior Veterinary Officer of Department of Livestock Department under the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives. He will tell us how Thailand is working with other ASEAN countries in prevention of the outbreak of African swine fever. Sawadee
Swadika.
Well, welcome to Thailand Today program, sir.
Thank you.
Well, doctor, it is so good that we have you here because people starting scared about it or either threatening news a bit of that. But before that, we need to tell them because people, this is the question people have been posed to us. What is the difference between the swine fever and the corolla?
It's the African swine fever is caused by the DNA virus, and the African swine fever disease has a characteristic that there is no evidence that is infected to human.
Okay.
So it is not to scare about it. It will not infected people. It will only transmitted among the pigs. And this characteristic of the African swine fever of this is that there is no treatment. There is no vaccine to prevent it, and this disease is have a very high percentage of the sick and dead pigs. That is morbidity and mortality is very high. Sometimes it may approaching 100%. So it will be devastating to the farmer who raise up the pigs.
And the corolla
is
a human.
Is a human disease.
So disease
is a diarrhea.
Diarrhea type, very severe diarrhea in the person. Okay. So now the swine fever caused by, you said there is no cure among them, right? For the swine, for the pigs. But how about people who consume it?
People who consume it is just only there is no food safety, like no risk for the human health.
Oh, really?
from this disease.
Yes, sir.
But people scare it's maybe from that people may have the risk from the uncooked product. So it's a behavior of the people. But this is not from this disease. That is coming from the other disease.
It will be done.
Yes.
I think people are afraid only there's nothing available to eat.
Right.
more than afraid of the disease, right? So we should not worry at all. Now the audience will be knowing that because this is nothing to do with the sickness of the people.
Yes.
Even if you consume it, but it has to be cooked, peel and cook that. So
to avoid others.
Yes, too. But anyway, worries, of the people. Okay, so now the African. Now we talk about the swine, the fever. Now, how about the African? So that means how did you get the name came like that?
The name of the African is coming from like this. Is happened.
In first time in Africa?
Yes,
I
yes,
see.
that's right. Maybe nearly 100 years ago.
Okay.
Yes, and it just remitted in that area for several years, and they sometimes this is spread to Europe, but it's just coming into this since 2007 that is spread to the Euro-Asia and then going to Russia and then go to
Oh my God.
China. That is now is a problem because it's coming to China.
It's
Because
huge.
China is a place where the country raise
A lot of
a lot of pigs.
the highest
It's
in the
allow
world
1/2
of the world.
of the world.
Oh my God.
Yep.
And that the rest, but it's not they're not dying because of that. Yeah? It's not the amount of casualty.
The casualty in since the Ministry of Agriculture of China confirmed this disease in the 3rd of the August last year,
Okay.
there have been reported in every provinces in China. I think 32 province and autonomous region. It means that it has been spread to every province. In China, province is nearly of the country, so it say that it's more than 30 countries. It's a huge of the amount. The spread in this, the figure from the culling, the death, and the culling is 1.133 million pigs has been culled.
How many again? What is it?
Around 1.1
1.1 million.
million in China.
Wow.
But it's many experts may think that it in fact it might be higher from this number.
So this is coming from to Asia now,
Um,
right? China, and then it has spread to Vietnam
Yes,
and Laos.
yes, and at present, from since the outbreak since August, there has been spread to six countries in Asia, namely Mongolia
Mongolia,
and Vietnam,
yes.
and then going to Cambodia first,
Oh, really?
and then go to North Korea, and then at last is in Laos PTR.
Actually, what is there? It's only virus. Is it because of one is sick or something, doctor? Or what? Something wrong with it? I mean, this what kind of virus that it's spreading that much?
It's spread because of the movement of the
animal,
pigs,
or the pigs.
pigs or the pork products, or the people who traveling and bring
Bring
the virus.
along.
Yes, the virus coming.
When you look at, I'm asking on behalf of the people. When you look at the flesh, the pork itself, it doesn't look like any sign of the when you buy that is affected or not by the look of the surfacely.
No, you
Not
can't.
at all, really. This is deep inside the flesh.
It's yes, as it's contaminated. It needs a test to come up with a result whether it is positive that contaminated or not. But in general, the country, the import of the pigs or the pork. For example, Thailand, when there is an outbreak in China, there is a prohibition of the importation of the pigs and pork products, pork from China to Thailand immediately.
The dirts or cleanliness, it's helpful. Cleanliness when they raise them or surrounding of cleanliness, it needed. It helps.
Is need the biosecurity, and it need to have all along the food chain to prevent and contaminated all this. Need to have the sanitary measures in all establishment in the food chain.
So the current situation of the outbreak?
The current situation of the outbreak is that on the 3rd of this month, there has been another outbreak reported in Cambodia.
Goodness, very close to Thailand.
Yes, sir. And it is, we are hopeful that both countries, our neighboring country, could be able to control this disease.
How do you discussing? Because once it's outbreak like that, so the ASEAN friends, we are 10 of us, take care of this. What is the measure that to talk about it? Hey, quickly, what are you going to do first?
In general, it is you need to have the prevention. The second is you have to have the preparedness.
Prevention, preparedness,
and you have to have the detection,
so important,
and also the response. And the last is rehabilitation. So all of these components need to be strengthened into the system. For example, in the production chain, all this need to
stop it for a while. Are we stopping it for a while, or just go ahead? You're still doing it.
You need to have the, for example, if you detect the disease in one farm, you need to stamp out, like our ASEAN country did in Vietnam. Yes.
Vietnam is doing that now.
Yes.
So already safe from Vietnam.
As the outbreak in Vietnam is they do have the infect in 63 provinces in Vietnam.
That's huge. That's almost the whole country.
Yes, sir. But they have rigorously to control the disease.
Yeah. Good enough that they are so quickly. So how can ASF transmit and spread through Asia?
It spread in direct contact between sick to healthy of the pigs.
In direct contact.
Yeah. The second is to infect via the indirect contact. That is the virus contaminated in meat products, vehicle, contaminated in the people who visited. So this route, indirect contact, contaminated meat products are the most probable route of the transmission of the disease in Asia.
Of course, by sending to ASEAN to the country, because they also exporter, right? The China is exporter number one.
No,
they are not. This is domestic eating.
Yes.
Domestic consuming.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah. It's more than they produce more than 400 million, and they consume it. If there is some prediction or the approximate of the loss that occur in China, the loss, if it's 20 to 30%, other countries, the production in other countries cannot compensate the loss in China. That is a very huge amount.
Million. Oh my God! And what do they do? How to get rid of them? Burn it or bury it?
That is the control when the disease is in the pig population. You need to have rigorous of the control measures.
Yeah.
If it is going into deep root, that will be very difficult to get rid of the disease, since the characteristic of this is that the virus could survive very long time.
Wow!
Many months
in the body of
in the contaminated meat, blood or others. So it's quite difficult to get rid once there has been infected.
So after they find some pig died, what do? Burn it or bury?
They need to kill it into stamp out. It means that kill it all in the farms, and then bury it.
Millions. We talk
True.
about
That's
what's
true.
huge. Oh my God.
In Vietnam, sir, in Vietnam, they also have a number of more than nearly 3 million.
My God.
The pigs. Yes,
That's huge.
that is a very big event, very devastating.
Those there is
Yes.
the economy.
Yeah.
for the
Disaster.
country.
Yes.
We call it disaster for this matter. So what are the symptoms, sir? What's the symptom of this ASF?
The symptom is that it is the high fever and also anorexia, and then we have the reddish or purple skin in
All over?
ear, in abdomen, in legs, and some hemorrhage.
Oh, really?
And it will die very quickly. And however, only this characteristic, the clinical sign, there is similar to other disease as well. So you need to collect the sample and then test it to check whether it is the African Swine Fever.
But you say that there is no harm to the people.
It's no harm to the people. It did not infected the people, like bird flu.
Okay. But
It did not infected people, so it transmits between the
animal to animal.
yeah. But the people who raise the animal will be very suffer because of the disease control and others.
So the symptom you talk about there is meant for animal.
Animals.
But the pig, the loose motion and fever and all that, the body there be, but the pig already pink skin.
It's
It's a pinkish.
bluish.
It's going to be turning into bluish.
Yes.
That's easy.
Cyanosis. Yeah.
That is easy to recognize, so
Yeah.
to notice about it.
But when you have noticed this, you need to report to the authority. That is to report if you can know the officer, livestock officer at the provincial level or
Yes,
the
sir.
district level. The farmer need to report to them. Or otherwise, you can report through the application we call the DLD 4.0. And in that application, there is a function that called notify of the suspected. And others is that you call into the call center of our department, 063
063
22
22
56
56
and 888
888.
Triple
Okay.
eight.
Right. Okay.
to get
get-
our help from the department.
Yeah, soon after you see some symptom like you better get it. Okay, so we get back to the other part. So we are coming back to the end of the first part of our interview. So next will be discussed further about efforts to prevent and control the outbreak of ASF. Please stay tuned.
NDT World, an English language television channel in Thailand. Authoritative sources for all government information.
High standard content that's reliable and accurate across every platform. Our mission is to reflect the vision of Thailand.
Keep up to date through our application or website by searching for NBT World. NBT World, a vision of Thailand.
Welcome back once again to our program. We are still with Dr. Prasit Chaitaweesab. He will explain he's from the Department of Livestock Development measure, and he's going to tell us about what measure going to use it to cope with the outbreak of African swine fever in the country and ASEAN region. Doctor, we were talking about just now that how to prevent it on that, but how about Thailand? Thailand is now, we have not got any at all. What does it, I mean, what way or how can the Thai so safe about this?
It is at present this issue is very serious, and the department also report to the ministry and to the cabinet and get approval that it is the national agenda, and the cabinet approved since 9 of the April this year. So this the contingency plan, that is the prevention and control and preparedness plan is based upon the cooperation, the discussion among the stakeholder concerned. It means that we have the academic from the university, we have the private sector, we have the pig raiser association, we have the authority to discuss the prevention and control measure and come up with the contingency plan and preparedness and get approval to the cabinet. And this is our fundamental to use this plan to prevent and control of the disease. This plan will have the 8 components and also the three times before the outbreak, during the outbreak, and after the outbreak.
Before, after, and during and after.
Yeah. Before the outbreak, we will focus upon the prevention and preparedness. And for during the outbreak, we will focus upon the making disease control measure in as a standard, as much as we could in the standard. And the last will be the rehabilitation process of the affected people. And this plan, as I mentioned before, is coming because of the consultation from the stakeholder concerned. So it will be the technically sound as well as of the applicable in the field. That is the key. One of the plan that I would like to have is to explain is that it fits the national agenda. So there will be the very high level committee chaired by the deputy prime minister with the relevant government agency as well as academic as well as of the private sector. And at the provincial level, we have the governor as the chairman of the province committee. We call emergency operating center.
Emergency operator.
Yes, and this one will be in all province of Thailand.
Especially with the border part.
Yes, sir.
Right? Yeah. Because, well, I wanted to repeat to our audience again that this is nothing to panic.
True.
Doctor was saying that it has nothing to do with human being, but it's happening with the pigs. But it's a consumable. After repeatedly that cook it well and think it well, right?
May I correct this one?
Yes, please.
Is that when there is a detect outbreak,
Okay.
those in the area in the farm or in the holding will be destroyed, will be slaughtered.
Okay.
No.
So
using
not
for-
worry that it will come
Yeah.
released for
No,
you to
no.
come and sale on the market
No,
cheaply.
no.
It could be expensive again, but because it'll be destroyed. So just doctors wanted to repeat that they are going to be destroyed, and you will not be able to eat that. The
True.
destroyed one,
Not-
affected one. You see.
not going into the
So
food chain.
whatever available in the market appeal are safe.
True.
There's nothing to do with the disease. Okay, that is clear. So, what are the department of the livestock department measure to cope with the flu, which is sweeping through Southeast Asia?
As I mentioned before, at this stage, Thailand is free from the African Swine Fever. We did not detect the African Swine Fever yet. At this stage, we will be focused upon the prevention and the preparedness. When there is an affected country have the disease, the department will prohibit the importation of the live pigs and pork products into the kingdom. So in this way, there will be no importation of the rest of the material. What we come up with the risk pathway of this pathway of the introduction of the virus into the kingdom to Thailand is that it might coming from the introduction of the meat and meat products with the luggages or with the travelers overseas or from Thai travelers going abroad and then bring back some meat, pork products.
Even the cook one, not supposed to bring it.
We do not sure whether the process of the cook from that
So
either. So everything
prohibited,
need to be
completely.
no import, no bring of this. And the second risk pathway is that it might come from the visitor from, for example, veterinarian like me, and also some farmers in the pigs farmer going to abroad and then going to the areas where there is an outbreak, and then contamination of the virus coming back. This is another risk. And
But it come by with you mean?
Yes, and come back
With the clothing and all that kind of thing. Oh, that's
Yes.
also.
it can
that's-
infect further
I see.
into when
So what do you do?
come back, and then we are going to for example no exhibition at the international exhibition during the outbreak time,
I
and also
see.
the department issue of the letter asking request
Yes, sir.
from the association or organized to come up to the people, to the farmers in their control, not to going them there and have the practice, the good practice, that after coming back you don't need to, you should not come into the farms at least 5-7 days, something like that.
Oh, well, there's a lot to do. Because not only, we're thinking that because that's done during the, in the farm, but we are getting in also if we touch, with the clothing, with everything. And so at the border or at the airport, how do you do? There's a spraying or something?
At the airport, you have to like manage of the food scrap as well. That's coming from the airline or the ship, but they do have regulation in place. So it is not quite quality to make to monitor this kind. But the thing is that the luggage, the things that the traveler bring from abroad, and there is a chance that they will
Bring along with them.
and then go to the pigs in at last. That is the risk.
So difficult. You cannot check each and every one.
Yes.
Not each and every bags or luggages, right?
So we have to advise or suggest to the people involved that to get the introduction, to get the advice to the traveler, not to bring those kind of the dangerous goods into the kingdom.
Yeah, at least for a short period of time. So let's cooperate with what is the government or the officers' request, right? Okay, so what is ASEAN's strategy to cope with the outbreaks, huh? The ASEAN that we talked about just now, that ASEAN among us discussed about this.
Like this one, it is like at present there is a meeting between the
Veterinarian government.
international organizations such as the FAO,
FAO, food,
OIE. It is the World Organization for Animal Health, and also the countries in the region that are dealing with this issue, and then there is an urgent emergency meeting, and then come up with the strategy way that you need to have the platform, you have to have the network, you have to work together, you have to know better with the production system of your own. But in this agenda, it is you need to have both cooperation, both national cooperation, regional cooperation, as well as international cooperation. You need to go into the same direction. And in ASEAN, currently there is some working going on on establishing of the strategic plan to deal with the disease in pigs, but is still under progress in the process. But in general terms, it will use the concept of the strengthening of the capacity to deal with the diseases.
I think this matter also not only happening in ASEAN or Asia, but European also getting worried a little bit on the moving to the country.
It's a global issue.
It's a global issue now, yeah. Even if a small amount, but not small amount. The amount is huge, millions of it. But so, do you think that they will be stopped soon, or what? After the discussion, cooperation on that.
We hope so. We wish to have this disease to be resolved. However, when considering of the limitation or the shortcomings of the dealing with the disease, it is you need to have the strengthening of the veterinary capacity. You need to have resource to cope with it. You need to have a good collaboration among the government agency and also the stakeholder concerned. You need to have knowledge with the system of the production system that is a very limitation at present because of the production system is sometimes is produced in the backyard system, so it less biosecure. So you need to have the risk mitigation in those production.
Exactly. Well, Thailand is in the position of a little bit safer, and with maybe technology, innovation that we are standing by for the situation. So is there any consult from the ASEAN friends that to Thai veterinary like doctor to be there or to help out something?
We help each other because in ASEAN we are friends, and we working together as a friend. And in March, our Director General also has attend of the seminar meeting with our friends from Vietnam, from Laos PTR, and from Cambodia to discuss issue, to exchange experience, and to talking together better, discuss how to cooperate to help each other. This.
But friend in need. It's a friend indeed.
Yes, sir.
Your expectations of the outcome of this cooperation? About the areas of the Department of Livestock developing is working with ASEAN?
We in Thailand, Kun Kusma, let me explain this.
Yes, sir.
We have been accessed by the international organization, that is OIE.
Okay.
And one of the strength of the strength of our department is in the diagnostic capability. So the diagnostic capability in this area will be, if our friends are in need, would like to have cooperation in this area, the department are also ready to provide that.
Nice.
And another is that we also have in our system in place of the biosecurity. That is to make the farm more secure we call it a standard farm. And also we are moving toward to make of the smallholder farm, they do have less biosecure, to have the more biosecure. We call it GFM, good farming management. And also at the grassroots level, they do not have much of the biosecurity. We would like to have the basic biosecurity in the farmer who raise up the pigs.
So your expectation is to be very soon to be terminated?
I wish to say so. I hope that our friends could be able to eradicate or eliminate this disease very soon. But however, considering of the constraint and also the problem that is our nations in this facing, I would say that it would take animals. And there is an opportunity for the cooperation, collaboration to strengthen
Yes,
of
sir.
the system in the prevention and control of the disease to get it better under the concept of the help them to help us as well, working together.
Of course. Okay. So we have the website. Don't forget that we have the website. It's on. You hear anything, or you see the changing of the body or whatever the symptom is. So you have the DL. What do you call?
We have our contingency plan and preparedness plan under the website of the website of our department.
Okay. DLD 4.0.
Point, the point 4.0 is an application.
Application. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But our information are put in the website.
Oh, okay.
dld.go.th.
Don't forget that. And 0632256888. So thank you very much, sir, for being
Thank
here,
you, sir.
and we wish you all the best of what you are undertaking.
Thank you very much.
We end up our program with thanks to Dr. Prasit Chaitaweesab, Senior Veterinary Office of the Department of Livestock Department under the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives. Thank you for being here. ขอบคุณค่ะ We end up our program with thanks and looking forward to see you once again, and I hope you enjoy the show then. สวัสดีค่ะ